Welcome in, everybody, to Volume 5 of the Turf Tapes. We're getting closer to the beginning of arena and indoor football season, and happy that we can continue this series, rewatching some old arena games and reliving some of the great nostalgic moments of the sport. Before I introduce our guest for tonight, please make sure you're following Off the Wall on socials and you're subscribed. So, as you can see, where is it right here? Nailed that. You can find us at Off the Wall FB on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Every like, subscribe, follow means a lot. And we've got some positive momentum to open up 2025. And we've got some projects in the works that are super exciting on each platform. So make sure you're following. And we are live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live on Twitch. And the chat is open. So let us know where you're watching from. If you have a comment, you have a hot take, you have a question, you have a shout out, any of that stuff, throw it in the chat. Be a part of the conversation. And I think we have a good game lined up here, and we've got a guest that will be joining us in 10 seconds here that seems to know a lot about this game or about some of these teams already. And so if you've been following the arena game on social media for any period of time, you've probably come across Fan Zone. It's now called the AF1 Fan Zone, formerly the AFL Fan Zone. Let's not talk about it. His name is Scott Burke. Scott, welcome to the Turf Tapes. How is the new year treating you so far?
Man, it's been great so far. I've actually, just about 2 weeks ago, I had a grandbaby.
Congrats!
So yeah, my oldest from my first marriage, he gave me my second grandbaby recently. So
let's go.
It's been a good way to start the year for sure. A little extra snow here in Kansas City, but other than that, it's been a really good year so far.
Do you feel like Grandpa Scott yet? Like, has it set in yet?
Yeah, well, so I've already got one. She's about 16 months old, so I'm kind of
okay. So
bit into this now, but
yeah.
So this is their second, and they're done. But man, I mean, my beard's showing. It definitely wasn't like this when I got into the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
But no, it's been really, really cool. Definitely enjoying the grandpa life, and my youngest son, who's 5, loves being an uncle. He thinks it's great.
That's amazing. That's incredible. That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to hop on here. So for those that, if for some reason they don't know what Fan Zone is, give us a rundown on what AF1 Fan Zone is and how it got started.
So yeah, funny enough, I actually didn't have anything to do with the site when it started. It was AF2 Fan Zone. Yeah. Started out the AF2, and I just wasn't a big AF2 fan. I was AFL or nothing.
Right.
And then 2008 ended, 2009 rolled around with the dark year, and I got more involved with the AF2 guys. Started going to a whole bunch of AF2 games that year because I had nothing else to do that summer.
Right.
End up at the Arena Cup, very last Arena Cup in Vegas, and the AF2 Fan Zone actually purchased the ad space along the end zone wall. And we're all hanging out on the field afterwards, and they're like, and we look at it like, this thing will peel right off. So we start pulling off, and it's the whole end zone wall. It peels them off, and everybody's like, well, who's going to take it? So you guys know me, I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Done. So I've got this massive banner that, like, if I set it out, goes across almost my entire garage.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I got involved, real big in 2009. Just started doing more and more with the site, and as the guys that ran the site, the original site went away, and the AFL took over for the AF2, and I just kind of inherited it.
Nice.
At one point, the league technically owned our site. I just ran it for it.
Wow. Okay.
Very, very little known fact.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So the league actually owned the site, and didn't do too much. And then now, with the rebirth, and now the second rebirth, just trying to get things fired up again. And I appreciate you having me on. It's I need to kind of knock the rust off with this podcasting stuff. So
yeah, exactly. Well, glad we could do it here, and glad we can do it while watching an older. It's God. I didn't want to say old, but 2015 was 10 years ago, wasn't it? Jeez.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. That didn't click until I literally just started talking. I was like, oh my God, that was a decade ago. So the game we're going to be watching is the 2015 Week 12 between the Las Vegas Outlaws and the Spokane Shock. So before we start the game, before we dive into it, told you about the game about 15 minutes before we started here, and you did a little bit of digging on here. what are your first thoughts heading into the game about the teams, about the rosters before we press play?
Looking through the rosters, a bunch of guys I know and just absolutely love. Wonderful dudes. One of which is Christian Wise, who actually has worked on some shows with me. He's playing for Spokane in this game. We've got Tanner Varner, who was supposed to be on the coach of the Iowa Rampage. Before that all went the way it did. Like I said, Mike Lewis has done some work with me with the Fan Zone. Wesley Maya, he again just one of those guys I kind of run into, got to know, found out we got the same hometown.
Small world,
it's kind of wild. And then just like I said, just kind of looking through this list, it's a lot of really, really good guys on both of these rosters. So
let's go. Love to hear that.
Yeah, fun game though, like for sure. You picked a good one. Yeah,
I was just going through. I was like, please don't be a blowout. Please don't be a blowout. Please. And I found one that wasn't a blowout. So I was like, all right, let's go. This is the one. So let's dive into it. And again, if you're watching, we got a handful of folks on here. Welcome. We're about to dive into the game between Las Vegas Outlaws and the Spokane Shock. The chat is open. So while we're watching the game, you see something that catches your eye, throw it in the chat. Let's talk about it. We can rewind a little bit if needed. Not too much, though. Not too much. So, let's go ahead and let's get this thing going.
Let's do this.
All right. Here we go.
6'1", 200-pound rookie, 23 years of age.
And Ari Wolf is a good way to start it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know you're in for a treat when Ari Wolf is in your headphones. Arena football coverage checking in. Let's go. Love that guy. Thanks for checking it out, AFC. Appreciate you. So this one's in Spokane.
Yeah, and that place was a crazy venue. Fans that were absolutely wild.
Yeah, I think I remember you watching a show that you were doing. You were talking about how crazy the Spokane crowd was. Like, was there something was there a specific thing that they were known for, like noise making wise?
They weren't really the cowbell crowd or anything like that. They were just excessively loud, and then the guys that sat above the opposing bench, they got into these guys' personal life and will just rip into them like the entire game. Like,
oh brother.
One of my favorite memories. I went to Spokane once for the Arena Bowl, and guys that they're gonna kill me. The goal line bandits. That's what the guys that were above the end zone. They were begging Jerry Kurz to put him on the broadcast at the Arena Bowl. Jerry's like, guys, I don't know that I could do that. You ever know, being the Spokane Shock, they'd like to throw out the shocker.
Yeah, can't
Jerry's
be
like,
doing that.
I don't know that I can do that. He said, we won't do it. I promise, we won't do it.
I don't believe you.
But it was a great crowd, guys. I mean, man, they loved their team and passionate fans.
Right.
And it was a little shoebox of an arena, but man, it got loud.
Yeah, I mean the smaller arenas might actually play into your favor when it comes to like crowd noise and that home field advantage, because like there's nowhere for the sound to go but to echo and go back to the field, right?
Oh yeah, and it was. I mean, they sold out that place, or at least close to sell out every week. It was like I said, there was them and Des Moines, Iowa Barnstormers. I'd say probably had the top two crowds in the league at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that Aaron Garcia was the coach of that Las
Vegas.
Yeah,
I
totally forgot about that.
I just saw him flash to the sideline. Was that Garcia? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot that he was there.
Aaron Garcia. Look at him.
Talk about a legend.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at him. No headset. No nothing. It's just no call sheet. No, he's just going.
He knew the game. He'd been in there forever. I mean,
yeah.
He backed up Kurt Warner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I watched a Nashville Cats Iowa Barnstormers game. I think it was on Arena Football TV on that YouTube channel from 97 or 99, somewhere in that range, where he just took over for Warner, and he was a ball player back then, and he only got better from there.
Yeah, he he's one of those kind of anomalies though. Like, my first exposure to him was in the 2006, 2007, that era.
Right.
And he was good. Don't get me wrong. The guy was very, very, very good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But he never really won anything. He got injured every year. He just never quite lived up to his potential.
Yeah.
The reboot of the AFL in 2010, and all of a sudden he's blowing the doors off everybody.
Right. Yeah.
And the guy, like I said, the guy knew the game. He's an absolute genius. I mean, you don't throw 1,000 touchdown passes and not know what you're doing.
Yeah. You ever just go to his Arena Fan page and just stare at his stats for a little bit and be like,
oh, it's just stupid.
What happened? This is absurd. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely stupid. And you tell people, I know this guy, he threw 1,000 touchdown passes professionally. Like, oh, whatever. No, he did.
Yeah, casually threw for 62,000 yards on a field that's 50 yards long. What?
Yeah,
that's just
no
crazy.
joke.
That's crazy.
That's the
Chris
wild thing about it.
Checking in here. Missed that CBS score bug. Yeah, that was a good one.
It was clean, professional looking.
Right, yeah.
I'm excited to see what this year's going to look like.
Right.
I don't think we're done with broadcast partner announcements, but but I haven't heard anything one way or another, so I can't say.
Right. The streaming aspect is what I'm really interested in. Like the Vice National Game of the Week, I think that's going to be really cool, really great opportunity. But the every other game, that's where I'm like, what does that look like? Because I feel like that's going to be more important.
Well, yeah, those are where more of your games are going to be.
That's where 90% of your games are going to be played, is whatever, with that mystery streaming element that we don't know about yet.
And I like the Vice. Good.
I was gonna say, I know Orlando already mentioned that their home games are gonna be streamed on Prime, but that's just a them thing. It's not necessarily for the league yet. So I'm curious what the league's gonna end up doing.
I'll watch them.
Yeah.
And Ernesto Lacayo, man, there's another guy that just is a beast. The kicker there for Las Vegas.
Dude, Lacayo's great. I had him on the Off the Wall podcast, which if you don't watch that, if you're listening to this, watching this, go check that out. Had an interview with him about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I could listen to him talk about kicking forever. Like he was like, I think the interview was like 45 minutes. It flew by like that. I was just mesmerized by his approach and his stories behind kicking. He's awesome.
So I'm looking through the rosters here. I'm trying to think. Oh, there's Micah King. Man, there's a name I haven't seen in forever. Number 11 there for Spokane.
Okay.
He played for Iowa back when I was going to games around there.
Oh, nice.
That's a fans player. Super good dude. You couldn't help but love him.
That's awesome.
Oh, I hope our kickers can hit the nets this year. That was
that's
last year.
The arena ball's tough when it was barely reaching the goal line. It was like, oh man.
The second they changed balls, though, that went away.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So
it's crazy to think about, like the change in the ball made that much of a difference, but it really did.
It really did. I think the ball they came out with is fine to throw and catch with. It's very tacky. It's very kind of rubbery, but it just doesn't pop off the foot.
Right. Yeah.
Like you want it to. And so much of this game is defined by the kicking game.
Yeah.
Especially with the rules last season. It's even more important.
It was a big hit. Jeez.
There's Tanner. Yep. Tanner was a killer defensive back. When they moved him to Jack linebacker, he wasn't too thrilled about it. He's talking to him one day, but he's like, man, I'm gonna miss. He's like, I'm gonna miss getting those big hits and getting the like. I told him to say, yeah, but if you get in front of that ball, you got to pick six. You want that crowd to go crazy?
Yeah,
score 6 points.
Yeah, and you're intercepting it 5 yards within the line of scrimmage, not 25 yards downfield. So you can run that back a little bit easier.
And nobody in front of you.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't let an O lineman chase you down. You can't let that happen.
Mm-hmm. He was he was a beast, an absolute beast out there, and one of the smartest players I've ever seen.
Oh, clean hit too.
Yeah, he just was able to read quarterbacks, especially by the third quarter. He was going to read you and pick you off at some point. That's just how that was going to work. Man, he just almost like he landed funny.
Yeah, I think the landing hurt worse than the hit. Yeah, that's tough. Anthony Amos.
Is that who that is, Amos?
Damn. What a list of
Oof,
injuries.
man, look at that list. Ben Nelson, Mike Washington, Arvell Nelson.
Arvell Nelson.
Oof. Those are some pretty big injuries.
Yeah, no kidding. Spokane Shaka, that's a team. They have to eventually get it figured out again, right? Like you would think they got to get it sorted.
You know, I hope so, but Spokane was one of those franchises. They were known for taking care of their players very, very well. And if you get an owner in there, you're going to get a team in there, and they're not willing to do that. They're not willing to go the extra mile to put a winning team on the field. I don't know what the city's going to take to them.
That's fair.
That's the problem. You know, kind of like the Rattlers, if they stop spending money, they're done.
Yeah, right.
The fans are not going to be interested if they stop winning.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think looking at the map, Spokane is far enough away from Washington or from Everett, where the Wolfpack play, like across the state. I don't think they'd be cannibalizing each other. Like I think they coexist.
Only crazies like me would make that drive. So
yeah, you gotta be a real sicko.
Oh man, I've been doing 3-hour drives of games for entirely too long.
Yeah.
One of my favorite claim to fame, I did a 12 o'clock game or 1 o'clock game here in Kansas City, 7 o'clock game in Des Moines.
Oh wow!
I left when the clock hit 0. I walked in as the national anthem was going on.
Oh, what? That's awesome! That's a dream. Yeah. That's a dream. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. There's some folks in Tampa that have done the same.
Yeah, I always try to find those like schedule opportunities where like it's possible. You can do it.
I've done many 2 in a weekend. That's the only one I've ever done 2 in a day though.
Yeah.
It's funny though, as we had JJ Rattering as our quarterback at the time. And he had told me earlier that he was getting traded to Chicago. Well, they didn't give it to him. But he told me he got traded to Chicago. And then next week he's going to head out there. As I was heading out, I said, JJ, see you next week. And he shakes his head, no. I'm like, yes, I will. Iowa was playing in Chicago the next week, so I was going to go up there and see him.
Yeah, he's like, what are you talking about? You're not going to see me. He's like, oh, that's
you
what
can see all of a sudden it clicked. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. You will be there in Iowa.
Oh, love the running back or wide receiver dive. He got in.
They almost held him on that.
That's got to be like the first play you put in the playbook, right? Send the wide receiver in motion to like an I formation, then just follow the big guy.
I mean, that's where the motion is so much fun. You know,
right.
There's so many different things you can do with it. But yeah, you know, like I said, that's part of what makes this game what it is. And it's what I've been struggling with, honestly, with the indoor teams that have joined us. Is they don't do a lot of that kind of stuff, and you know, at times it can be hard to watch. Sometimes it's great,
right?
And those indoor teams are clicking. It's wonderful. When they're not, it's like they need something like that play, you know, where they're using the motion in that way.
Right. Yeah, it can be tough because like you see a lot more teams, especially last year, they lined up in shotgun on the goal line and then would just do like a quarterback power, and it's like you're not giving an illusion of anything. Like everybody in the building knows what's about to happen. So it's like at least doing the motion like that, you could at least have the illusion of, am I going to the running back? Am I going to the wide receiver? Am I keeping it? When it's just the quarterback lined up in shotgun, we know what's happening.
And this game is faster than the indoor game. Just the way the rules are, the way the motion man works. It's just a faster game. And I don't think they realize just how much time it takes to take your eyes off the field to catch that ball in the shotgun formation.
Yeah.
By the time you look down, catch the ball, look up, who knows what's going on in the field in front of you.
Right.
And it's like, it's why you take it from the center. So you can never take your eyes off your receivers, the defense, and you know what's going on.
Right. Yeah, there were some rough centers in both the AFL and the IFL last year, and I think that is such an underrated position in arena ball, where it's it's one of those things where you don't realize the O-line's doing a good job until they stop doing a good job, and you're like, what is the center doing? But you don't realize the 90% of the plays where he's doing his job perfectly. You only realize those 10% where it's like the ball's way up here.
Yeah, best offensive line you don't ever think about.
Yeah, you don't know who they are. Yeah,
and that's the way you want it to be. You don't want to be known.
Right? Yeah. You want to blend in. Plush King
watch
here says, "I miss the Spokane Shock. They should be like the Green Bay Packers."
And they pretty much were.
Not sure what he means by that.
Like
a community-owned type thing. Okay. That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, that'd be awesome if they could pull a community-owned thing, but I don't think they get the competitiveness if that's the case.
Right. Yeah. And he also says, I also miss the Tampa Bay Storm. Same. Tampa Bay Storm were awesome. Love them.
Now, if they come back, who has to change their name? Tampa or Southwest Kansas?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's a great point.
Or do you do like the CFL did there for a while and have two teams with the same name?
Yeah, what was it? Was it the Rough Riders?
Rough Riders, and Rough Riders.
Yeah,
one had a space.
One word versus two words. Big difference. Big difference.
It's good enough for the CFL. It's good enough for us.
Right.
This Vegas team was. They got through a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
They and from day one, their owner backed out on them. They just had a lot of strikes against them, and they did well this season. Fortunately, it was a one and done, but
right.
But it was a fun team. Like I said, a bunch of quality guys that just played hard. I mean, they earned a playoff game. They didn't get a playoff game, but they earned one.
Yeah. Ooh, a little quick screen action. Get in. Oh, we got nice. It. Oh, no, they got him.
Oh, they didn't get. Ooh, wow.
I don't know about that.
I thought he was clean, but.
Yeah.
One rule I do miss is you have to get 1 foot down in bounds.
Right.
Because it was fun watching the guys get knocked over the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Just because if you jump up for the ball and you're along the wall, if you don't come down in bounds, you don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, but there were some. That's a fun toss.
That was a really nice toss.
That's a fun little wide receiver fake the motion.
Pull up for your blocker.
Yeah, look at Aaron Garcia.
Go right for that corner.
Yeah, we jot that one down.
I'd like to see more coaches go through some of these old games and pull off some old 100%. Plays.
Literally, the playbook is there. You just have to pick through it and pick out what you want. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's already been done.
And that's I think we've seen a lot of, at least last year, I saw a lot of trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to play this my way. This game's been done. It's been done very, very well.
Yeah.
Not that you can't add something to it. There's always room to add something.
Yeah, you can always personalize it with your own flair. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it applies to a lot of these things.
Man, I miss those nets when I was watching indoor ball.
Yeah.
I had to, it seems silly, just two big nets on either end.
Yeah, I get it.
It adds so much.
But what I like about the indoor game not having the nets is it it adds a lot more risk reward for the deuce. Where
Oh yeah, for sure.
if you hit it, you get the 2 points. If you don't,
There's a goal
the
line
opponent gets
bandits.
it at midfield. That's great. That's one of the things about the deuce in the arena for AF1 in the next year where I'm like, there's no risk reward.
Yeah.
Like you go
Well,
for the deuce and it bounces off the net. Like the reward is you play it off the net. Like I don't know, that's not really a reward.
What I'd like to see him do is shrink the nets. You know, we had to go with modified nets at the Arena Bowl last year because the full size nets didn't fit with the curves of the mall. And, in fact, those are my seats right there for the Arena Bowl.
No, nice.
So, they're in the front. It was great. LA Kiss. That was a fun.
This is the year San Jose absolutely just ran the league.
Mm-hmm.
This was Sed Walker was the defensive coordinator for that team. I remember doing some research on that.
It was a fun year, very very fun year for sure. But but no, so they went with shorter with smaller nets. They weren't quite as wide as they normally are.
Right.
I'd actually like to see them shrink them like that. You may as well make that permanent. You know, and then there's a little more risk. You know, you kick it off the side a little bit. Well, now there's way more room on the sides to miss the nets.
Yeah, because with the rule set they used last year, if you missed the nets entirely and it went out of bounds, it was 1 point like a rouge, right?
Right.
So that kind of adds a little risk reward to it, yeah.
I believe, and I don't know that it ever actually happened, but I think it was supposed to be that if they went under the crossbar, but it wasn't caught, then it was also a rouge. So if you basically kicked it short, so you have a little bit of risk there with the 15-foot high crossbar.
Right.
But you know, if your kicker's good enough, you know, you should have a kicker that should be kicking that deep every time.
Yeah, he should be absolutely nuking it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which there was a couple of those guys in the AFL last year. I'm talking about like Bailey Giffen, Dylan Barnes from Orlando. He does not get talked about enough for how electric he was with the deuce in some of those games that he played. And of course, Orozco last year. Like there were some really good kickers in AF1.
Oh yeah. And then, you know, it's wild is even you still compare that to the 309 kickers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody like Clay Rush, they had to change the rule book because of him.
Yeah,
Clay kicked over the nets every kickoff. That's a monster kick.
Yeah,
but he would kick over the nets every kickoff and start him at the 5. And so they had to did it. So yeah, they had to make a rule that it cannot go over the net. There's my boy Tanner.
383 tackles, 25 picks. Wow. Ball play.
That was, I think, just his AFL stats. I don't think that was his AF2 stats in there. But yeah, I mean, those guys, I tell you all the time, so, you know, if you want to be a kicker in this league, you need to have a kickoff that goes at least 70 yards.
Right.
Well, why? It's only 50-yard field. Like 50 plus 8 for the end zone plus 10, 20 feet up the net.
Yeah, you got to count for that.
A 70-yard kick. Yeah, at least a 70-yard kick, if not 75. And you think, I can kick a 45-yard field goal all day. It's like, it's not quite enough.
Yeah.
And Nick Truesdale, that guy was a beast too. Yeah. Pull some folks here. So Truesdale.
If you're just joining us, we're watching the 2015 Week 12 between the Las Vegas Outlaws and the Spokane Shock. We're here with Scott from AF1 Fan Zone, Turf Tapes Volume 5. Welcome in. The chat's open. If you have any questions, comments, hot takes, shout outs, you got an opinion. Sack. You got an opinion on a sack like that, throw it in the chat. We'll talk about it and we'll give you a shout out. So thanks everybody for being here.
Yeah, Nick Truesdale that year had 80 catches for almost 1,000 yards, 977, and 23 touchdowns.
Wow.
Just phenomenal year. Yeah, we were talking about earlier. 1,000 yards on a 50-yard field is just no joke.
Crazy to think about. It's just shows how high scoring the game is.
Just how fast paced it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Get that many opportunities.
Oh, yeah, the mascot's on the field.
Oh
no!
Got up a little, a little slow too.
He just had no idea what was happening. Oh, he got a penalty. No.
But he hurt his own team.
Yeah, that's crazy. What are you doing? He's just pumping up the crowd. Look at him.
So what's the flag, though?
Probably will be. It didn't affect Eddie Moten's ability to get to the ball.
Shock the fox.
The fox has got to know where he is.
Oh, come on.
I think I know what the fox said right there. He said, ow, because he got crushed.
He got lit up.
If you're down on the field, your head better be on a swivel.
Oh. Especially when you're not expecting it.
Replay it.
They need to replay second down?
No.
No.
If I'm in Las Vegas, if I'm Aaron Garcia, I'm not okay with this.
Yeah, what Ari said.
Yeah.
If I'm Aaron Garcia in Las Vegas, I'm furious at that call.
It'd be one thing if it was the other way around.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
They never take it off.
Oh, that's crazy.
The problem is we didn't even get to talk about the great head whip by the old man, Eddie Moten. That was a great head whip.
This is arena ball. This is why
It
we
really
watch.
is.
Not this time. Down he goes. Second.
It's like, the confetti game, the
Right.
Colorado, and we almost had another one of those in Baltimore. The confetti a little early at that game.
Crazy.
Mike Lewis. There's another guy. Ooh,
I think all three of these guys, but this is the
he
catalyst
had
right here.
an absolutely incredible season.
See
Like,
the great hands and pushing. He's going
like
up against a good
5 sacks, 6 sacks in a game at one
Mhm.
point.
a monster. I mean, the guy just understands leverage and how to use his
So,
hands.
pull up his-
Former Saber Cat. Warren Smith Truesdale
Oof.
gets pummeled by Eddie Moten.
Eddie
Oh, he's
Moten.
getting in the face
Jeez.
now.
Right in front of the player. That should be a flag right there.
That should have been a flag. He's lucky.
You cannot take the ball and spike it at a guy's feet.
That Truesdale's a
You
big
did your
guy.
job. You caught it. Not for
Mhm.
a touchdown, but you caught it.
Just go back to the
Go
huddle.
back to the huddle, young fella. Good throw and catch.
Yeah,
Eddie
2013, he had 12 and a half sacks, 10 and a half in 2012,
Moten on a
10 and a half in
6'11"
2011.
receiver, he had to
Mike
lead
Lewis
the
was-
up the ladder a little bit.
He was a force to be reckoned with.
That wide receiver 6'7". Oh my God.
Yeah, he was a
Truesdale's
beast.
6'7", 240.
Edge rushers, you got Mike Lewis
He ended up
on
in the
all
XFL.
career sacks. I mean, these guys are dominant pass rushers.
I feel like he ended up.
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
They get after the quarterback.
Let's see here.
The thing is, they don't have the kind of nose that really pushes the pocket. It's the edge rushers that make the difference.
New Jersey
Well, both
Generals.
gives him that push.
So the
That's all
USFL.
he's got. He doesn't have
Okay.
that secondary move
At least he
that
got the shot.
dynamic.
Yeah,
Smith throws, it's low. and
It's like when you're
Truesdale
when you're that size, like
On that ball, gotta
it seems like you would be automatic for field goal blocks for like
oh yeah, you
Just
gotta put him in
jump
there.
up. Just jump up vertically.
Just get in that lane.
Yeah.
You got to help your quarterback out every now and then.
So the Salt Lake Stallions, the AAF in 2019, got a little
Forgot
taste of
about the
camp.
AAF.
Yeah, little taste of camp of the Vikings and the Jets. He's at the Vipers in 2020 and the Generals in 2022. So yeah, he got around a little bit after his AFL career.
Yeah. Oh, Tim Capper checking in here. Didn't the Outlaws wear white all season because there was a payment issue with the black jerseys? That's between y'all. I don't know. Scott, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Oh man, I honestly Tim would know better than I would, but I know there was somebody selling those black jerseys after the season was over, trying to make his money
Right.
because he didn't get any money for him, so he was just trying to sell them on his own.
Uh-huh.
But that sounds very familiar to him. That makes sense if that was the case.
Steve
Black
Pappan,
jerseys were kinda cool,
that was
too.
another guy. That was another guy that was electric as a player.
And I've got one of the greatest quarterbacks quarterbacks in AFL history. What have you seen from the two quarterbacks so far?
Yeah.
I think both
Tim's forgotten more about this league than I'll ever know. So
Right. Tim, if you think there's an ounce of truth to that, it's probably 100% true. So we'll go with it.
Let's take a look back at Steve Pappas.
so just it was Mark Vovoda that I saw out there. Another great dude. Got to know him when he was in Chicago. Just one of those good guys that gets the game. Oh, there's Steve Pappas.
He was so good. I love. He's the color commentator for the Bay Area Panthers in the IFL. He gets fired up on some games, and I just enjoy hearing his commentary.
That's the era I should have been going to games down in San Jose and totally missed the boat.
You missed it.
That's exactly when I was living, not far from there. Back then, that hour drive was just too much to do.
Now you do 3 without blinking.
Exactly. Yeah, I said just 2 real fun rosters. Not the greatest teams to ever play, but good teams.
Oh, big man with the screen. Let's go.
Nice. He was moving too.
Yeah, he was booking it. Oh, he's lined up at running back too. Oh, he got out quick. He got it high and tight.
That's beautiful.
Let's go. That was good.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Keep it high and tight, big man. 6'2", 315. Toting the rock like that.
Yeah, that's not a guy you want to tackle.
No. Yeah, you got to go low on him. There's no chance you're taking him high.
Oh, yeah.
No chance.
Best you could hope for is pushing him into the wall.
Right, yeah. That's absolute best case scenario.
Exactly.
Especially when you're a DB weighing in at 170 soaking wet. It's like, that guy's 2 of you. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's a big boy. So when I went to a couple games in Vegas that year, doubled it up. I think I did 4 games over.
Oh,
yeah, that's good. He didn't hit the wall.
And they're going to mark him out at the 2-yard line.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Did he hit the wall?
Same. I didn't think so. I think they might have stopped his forward progress. I didn't think he came close.
He got into the end zone, so I couldn't have stopped it too well.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown.
That should be a touchdown, yeah.
No, there's somebody between him and the wall.
Yeah, that's a crazy call.
Yeah, too. The other thing about this game is it's so much harder to score when you're close.
Yeah.
When you're that close, it's different. But there's only so many routes you can run. There's so many 8-yard end zones with walls. I mean, there's nowhere to go.
You almost want to take a false start just to give you some room to breathe.
Yeah. 3 steps and you're done. You're out of space. It's not even like on the NFLs. You could do some quick little outs and still have tons of field to the side to go to.
Right. 21-7 to a hot start. Vegas is.
Wonder why he didn't get back into coaching. I might have to see if I can call him up and get him doing a show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear about that. I feel like he was doing some commentary for somebody. Maybe
seeing him
Vegas Nighthawks. I want to say the Vegas Nighthawks. He was doing commentary for a season.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Somebody fact check me on that, but I know Sean King, old Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, he did some color commentary for the Vegas Nighthawks for a little bit.
He played some arena ball too, I believe.
Yeah. He told a funny story commentating on one of the IFL games. He was like, yeah, I threw 10 touchdowns in a game one time and I lost. That's how I knew arena football wasn't for me. He was like, how did I throw 10 touchdowns and we lost? Like, That doesn't make sense to my brain.
We had a player here in Kansas City whose last job was on the Packers winning the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
And I remember going up to him after his first game. I'm like, all right, so now that you've seen this, full speed live, it's like, what do you think? He goes, man, this is fast. Yeah, just won the Super Bowl, and he's going, man, this game's fast.
Yeah, it seems quick. Yeah.
It's just such a different deal. I always like to say, what NFL player could not play this game? Like John Elway, I think would be horrid.
Yeah, big man screen. There you go. Yeah, I agree. I think there are some players in the outdoor game who would not translate well to the indoor game. It just wouldn't happen.
It's just their playing style's just not built for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said, I would love to see Dan Marino in his prime play arena.
Oh yeah. Oh,
with his release and
right.
For 66 yards.
He would have been incredible.
Put him in that San Jose offense from the 90s and 2000s, just whipping it all over the field.
Destroy people. Absolutely destroy people. You kind of wonder what the Spokane team would have done had they kept all those guys healthy.
Right. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Have they hit? They haven't hit Christian Wise on any of these?
I don't think
haven't seen his name yet.
So Christian spent a lot of time too as a defensive back.
Oh, what a pick six! That ruled. That was awesome,
man. That was nice. That was Moten. Yep. Yeah. That's another thing. What would Vegas have done had they not been given the hand they were dealt?
Give Aaron Garcia year 2.
Give him year 2. I mean, give him consistent ownership the first year.
Right. Yeah.
These guys were bare bonesing it all season long. Moten, man. 56 career interceptions.
37 years old, Eddie Moten.
37. Looks like that was his last professional touchdown right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
That was just a bad ball. That was a bad ball.
Yeah, that's Spokane, man. I really can't say enough about how great Spokane was as a venue, as the fans.
Yeah, look at that.
They were incredible.
51. That's all time at that point. Dude, Kenny McIntyre. What a player that guy was.
Cleveland. Every one of those guys just absolutely. I would take anyone any day on my team, without question.
We'll take them. Yeah.
He ended up with 56 for his career, so he still got 5 more after this game.
5 more. That's nuts. That's crazy.
In all those games combined, he threw 26 interceptions. The Spokane quarterbacks this season
13 in 2006. By the way, Tim, if you're still watching, thanks for keeping all those stats up on your website. It's super helpful.
Yes. Absolute savior. ArenaFan.com is a savior. And here we go. Get vertical. Go. Ooh, Lakai
that guy was
taking him down.
Explosive.
Let's go, Ernesto.
There's a couple of those arena kickers that love to hit guys. Like way more than you see in any other league, I think. There's guys that they want to get down there and put a hit on somebody.
The human body craves contact. Here we go. Wow.
Oh.
What happened?
There he is. See why it's just
right on time. Right on time.
Yeah, we had a kicker here in Kansas City that he loved to hit guys so much he would get he'd get fouls called on him late hits, right? You know? Just,
It's like dial it in, dude. Reel it back.
oh man, he loved it. Like he just could not wait to go knock somebody out as soon as he kicked the ball.
Two outside defenders, they flash on the motion man and allow him to go free. They're going to flash right here.
Yeah, Christian
Allow him to go free.
Christian played a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense. He was a good Iron Man guy.
As we let it go, you see right there, he's open. Wise does the prudent thing, throws his hand up.
Dude, he threw his hand up immediately. Look, when he gets to the 20, he throws his hand up. He's like, I'm by myself.
He knew. He had Tanner beat on that one.
Yep, he just scorched him. They did not switch in time.
He didn't have Tanner beat. Tanner left Truesdale to go over there and cover.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to do like a switch. And yeah, that's brutal.
Just a little bit late.
Extra point is up and it is good.
Jeez.
28-14.
The old timers complain about this era. Oh, the talent wasn't as good. The talent. These guys are great.
There's some pretty good ball players here. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it took a while. It wasn't there in 2009. It had to grow a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
It had to grow a little, but it was competitive. You know, I mean, could the best team in 2015 beat the best team in 2008? Maybe not.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
It would have been competitive.
Well, I mean, each era. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do a comparison each era just because, like, you've got the Iron Man era, you've got like the real Iron Man era of like the early '90s, where like it was just every dude was just seemed to be this just mountain of a man that was playing three positions,
except for the linemen who were all tiny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you know, I'm not one of the old school guys that it's all about Iron Man, all about Iron Man. I appreciate the Iron Man days and appreciate what those guys did and how they played, but I don't know that the game was better.
Ooh,
like the actual. Oh wow!
Oh wow! Was that back-to-back one-play drives now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, you gotta love that.
Yeah, I love the Iron Man rules, but when how can I say this? With the current economic state of arena football, you can't be asking them to play both sides of the ball for how much they're getting a game. Like back in the day when they were making like annual salaries playing the game. Yeah, if they were making six figures playing the game, absolutely. Go play both sides of the ball. But when the check is looking like a between 250, 400, 500 in that range per game, that's asking way too much. Yeah, that's asking way too much of these guys.
Well, we also know more about CTE now than we did back then. We know
that too. Yeah,
it's just not worth it.
Right.
And then it doesn't add to the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think if anything, it adds unnecessary complexity.
Right.
Oh, this person was in then, they can't come out. You got to put someone else in here, and this can't happen. Person can't come in until next quarter. It's just not needed.
Yeah, when I had Gary Compton on the show months and months and months ago, we talked about like simplifying the game for the common fan, the fan that knows outdoor football but may not know the ins and outs of arena football. That's a perfect example of that, of just simplifying it to a point where, okay, you don't need to know that specialists can be changed out once per half, but position players can be changed out once per quarter. Like, you can do without that.
It's just too much. Yeah.
Just make it as friendly to the common fan as you possibly can.
Well, and there's horror stories too of guys playing with busted legs and arms because they had nobody to sub in.
Yeah, because they could. Yeah, they just didn't have any options.
And it's just not worth it. Mm-hmm. We're talking to some guys after some games, and we had a lineman in Iowa, and I'd go up to him after the game and start talking to him, and he's just swaying like he just got off a boat.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, you all right? Like, yeah, why?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm
like, dude,
you're not great.
I'm worried you're gonna fall over. You're swaying so bad. It's like, man, I remember coming out that tunnel and talking to you right now.
Damn.
You need to go get some X-rays, man.
Yeah, you need a Gatorade. Go sit down.
Let's see again how the shock reacts to what Warren Smith can
Yeah,
do.
excellent. The games change. What we know of the game, the physicality of the games changes.
Truesdale makes the catch and gets by Tanner Farmer.
Ooh,
Gets by
Look at
Oh, what a
Truesdale.
run!
later.
big 6'7"
Wow.
Truesdale. So is that back to back to back one play drives? What is
Yeah.
happening?
47 yards on the Vegas one, 48 yards on the Spokane one.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, yeah, we're looking at 35-20, 36-20 here, or 35-21. That's and the second quarter's not over.
Yeah. There's still 3.5 minutes, which is an eternity.
But at 6'7", 240, man, that's tough to bring down.
That's impressive. 6'7", 240, and he was evasive like that.
That's why he got the shots he got after this was all done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he was an animal.
Big man.
At the bottom, crossbar 15 feet off the ground. So backing up just 5 yards, coming into the split.
When I was in Vegas, I got to do the
Well done.
fan field goal challenge.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Not well.
Not good. Did you gain an appreciation and respect for kickers?
I mean, oh, definitely. I mean, well, one, I was out there in like combat boots, so I had no flexibility.
It didn't help.
That didn't help any at all. Like, I was up there in combat boots. The guy that set up the football set it straight up. There's no tilt to it at all. I couldn't get under
you
it
gotta
for
help
anything.
you out.
But I'm out there looking at that going, it's way too narrow.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 9 feet wide is absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know that people really grasp just how tiny that is.
Right.
And just how far away 20 yards is. Like that 9 feet, you're threading a needle at that distance.
Ooh,
That's
barbell.
only 20 yards. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man.
Knock it out. Oh my. What happened?
Touchback.
That
Wow.
went through like 4 people's hands. Look, he's furious.
Oh, they all had a chance at it.
Like,
They all had a chance at it.
at least 4 or 5 people had a chance at recovering that. At least. Oh, the bar ball.
That's why the game is what it is right there.
The kicker was upset that it came squirting down on the other side.
Oh man, what?
He's still mad.
Oh, man, he's still mad.
See Christian emotional. He thought he had a
5 to the 10, first down.
I don't know if we have another look, but it's kick catch interference happens. If the ball doesn't hit the ground,
Look at this.
Right here.
But he's already
Goes
Yeah,
through.
that was in the halo.
It was in. Oh, it was on his fingers.
It wouldn't have lasted anyway, though. They're too close to the
Yeah.
return man. Oh man.
Don't hurt your hand there, Christian.
Oh, that's a good reaction gift. I'm gonna use that on Twitter. I'm gonna clip that and use it.
That is a good one.
What's the timestamp?
31.
Yeah,
33-31. Oh man. Kick catch interference. So that's another one you don't see get called very often.
Yeah, I can't remember a time that got called this past season.
Now, part of it was the balls weren't being kicked that far most of the season.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Lots of squibbing.
Yeah. But even then, I don't know that the refs last year knew the
No, they had
rules. At least
they were
for most of the
struggling.
season.
Yeah. I think the crew in Albany was pretty good. The crew in Billings was pretty good, but elsewhere I was like, oh boy, that's not great.
Yeah, the depending on which venue you're at, which refs were there, if you kick the ball into the roof or out of bounds, they'd put the ball anywhere from the 20 to the 25.
Yeah.
Like I asked this line owner about that after one game. He's like, "Oh yeah, that rule changed after we got rid of Iron Man." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think it did."
I don't think it did. No. I don't think that's how that works. Yeah.
But that was part of the problem is there was so much confusion.
Right. Yeah, and I remember the Billings Albany game in Billings where that kickoff went, it hit the boards, and so there was a ton of confusion on. All right, is the ball dead? Albany technically recovered it. What's the deal?
And a lot of that too depends on the venue.
Yeah, yeah.
So most places the back wall is out of bounds
Mm-hmm.
because there's no consistency to it.
Yeah, I remember watching an IFL game where an onside kick happened, and part of the strategy in the IFL is to make it ricochet off the wall, like, pun intended. Like have it ricochet off the wall and just recover it wherever it goes, kind of like a bar ball situation.
Right.
But arena and AFL
It's
AF1,
supposed to be dead.
it's supposed to be dead if it hits the wall.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of like the wall being in play like that.
Yeah, I do too.
That creates a little bit more chaos.
But again, if we're talking a safety standpoint,
Fair.
it hits that wall, you're diving
Yeah.
for it. Now you got your neck
Yeah.
up against the wall. You know,
Mhm.
like I think that's why I want to say it was live at one point. And they got rid of it.
It's to Young, and Young gets just enough for a Las Vegas first down. And we have come to the 1 minute warning.
Christopher in
Go
chat.
in,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Was that the first home game for the Colorado Spartans last year? Could hear both head coaches trying to teach the refs the rules during the game. That's brutal. That's tough.
Pretty well right now.
we had a game against Colorado here in Kansas City. His time was running out in the half, and we have the ball. We're driving, and there's a pass interference call,
Mm-hmm.
and
Ooh, good catch.
ooh, that was clean. That was nice and clean. But pass interference call, and the back judge comes and lines up right in front of me. I used to always sit for first row in the end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I lean up the ref and say, "Hey, we're supposed to get time back on the clock. It's back then. You got time for defensive penalties." Ref blew his whistle, stopped the play, put time back on the clock. As he comes back, tells me, "Thank you for to catch that."
Good looking out. Yeah.
Right. We then miss the next play. We don't get in the end zone on the next play. We get in on the play after, which we wouldn't have had time for had I not gotten time back on the clock.
There you go.
We win that game by one score.
That one belongs. That one belongs to Scott Burke. You should have gotten a game ball for that one.
I think I should have.
Yeah. Unsung heroes of the game. What happened?
Again, that's just got a paw on it. Right.
Takes his hand off and puts it back on, and that's what the kicker sees.
Oh no, it was the kicker.
Yeah. The holder hesitated for a second.
Yep. And he hesitated his kick with it.
Yeah, you can see his face. He's like, "My bad."
You should have just left it. We had a better chance.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave it and pray. So here's an interesting point of the game. What are your thoughts? Do you onside kick in this situation? Try to get a possession back? Or you
Well,
just try
you're Vegas in the lead with only one timeout.
He tried. That's a deep onside kick, but he returned it anyway to where they won.
Actually, I'm a big fan of the onside kick. I don't know that I'd onside kick it there.
Yeah, especially if Vegas only has one timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thought being let them score and you get to score again.
Right. Yeah.
And it's been that kind of game. And it also goes to that what I was saying earlier. It's harder to call plays with a short field.
That was just way too deep of a kick.
Yeah, he just didn't hit it the way he wanted to. Of course, goes to Truesdale, who's good luck bringing him down.
Yeah. Yeah, you're throwing a jump ball to Truesdale. Like that's a tough proposition for anybody.
Don't give him a short court. This crowd certainly be excited.
Yeah, and Spokane's got 3 timeouts.
Major hold.
That really is a coin toss, though, in terms of the decision on that one. Because
right.
with 3 timeouts and that much time, Spokane's got a million years to
Yeah.
get down and score, and they will be the last to score at that point.
Right.
Holding on the offense for 51. 10-yard penalty till second down.
Somebody held 53 off the ground. He's still there.
If they run the clock down and give up points, and then they come out and score.
Yeah, look at right. Yeah, their whole
A couple of them.
like 2 or 3 you could have called the penalty on. Yeah.
Looks like the Chiefs' offensive line. Only difference is they got a flag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, well played. Well played.
You got to run some truth in there. Guy right
Signals he is the tight end on the left side of the line.
all right. 75 is the
Hold everything.
good timeout. Can't take him with you.
Yeah. You got 10 seconds to figure out what you want to do.
Right. Oh, both of these teams were stinking it up during the season, huh?
They got better though. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
3-7, 3-7.
You don't have to take 2 from each division. Could be 3 from one.
If I remember correctly, both they ended up not being that bad when all is said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Wise in motion.
Let's see.
Flag is
Ooh,
down.
I
Tackle by Hudson at the 10.
don't know what the thought process is calling that.
Remaining in the half. Well, Arizona
So yeah, 2015, where these guys ended up.
That penalty declined. Fourth down.
they're now open.
So they both ended up with a losing record.
They decide
However, both should have made the playoffs.
dig
Um,
the outside. Look for Truesdale on the dig.
Vegas
If they can't
Vegas were 5-12-1.
Vegas 30-second timeout.
Portland was 5-13. They gave Portland the playoff spot because of Vegas not having an owner, and
Oh, geez.
I think they're trying to appease the Portland owner at the time too.
Carter's got pretty good size back there. Eddie Moe-
5-12-1.
They've got
Wow.
5-12-1, and that one. What was the reason for the one? Tim, if you're still there, you probably remember this. The reason for that tie that year, I think it was just a game that just didn't happen. So they gave them a tie because I don't think it was like either one of their fault.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like the league canceled the game or something
They cannot call this on the knee.
rather than penalize. I think that's what it was. Is the league canceled the game because neither one of them had ownership. No one was going to pay the bills.
Garcia's about to let him have it.
I mean, he went back and threw a lofted football.
Go get him, Garcia.
Oh yeah,
he pushes Tanner Varner. That's not a. That's
They're calling DPI on that.
Can't be a penalty on the defense.
There's no foul on the play for defensive pass interference.
Yep, they saw Garcia coming. They said, "Nah, no penalty. We're good." We're
I
good.
mean, you want to call it on offensive maybe.
Yeah, if anything, there's no chance you could. Yeah, you can see that smile.
That's the right call. The fans are going to be upset all they want.
I mean, Truesdale just ran
There's
in.
no way.
Here, like a couple weeks ago.
I know they showed the goal line bandits earlier, but they haven't shown them hanging over the wall there.
Go out of
Not
there,
yet.
pass players off.
All right, 1 second left. See if they can get it in.
That might be the quietest I've ever heard that building.
The throw, and it's picked off.
Ooh,
Moten again.
He just ran out of space.
Second pick of the first half for the
Not bad.
37-year-old middle safety.
Look at Moten go.
We're just trying to play the clock, and if they do score, we get a chance to get the ball back. We feel like our offense is playing well right now. We got to kind of communicate and coordinate the timeouts, after that, so that we can save as much time as we need. But it ended up working out for us.
Leading 41-21, you're on fire as an offensive coordinator right now. Sean Brackett's having an outstanding first half. How do you evaluate his first half play so far?
Oh, I think he's played incredible. I mean, you see it, and it's not your offensive coordinator is only as good as your quarterback, and he's making the reads that we worked on all week that maybe he struggled with as a rookie. And we talked about it earlier in the meeting. He's gonna keep getting better. These guys believe in him.
Yeah, I'd like to see him come back coaching again.
We got to keep
That would be so great.
41 for
What is this guy?
Joker?
Yes.
Uh,
A bandit Joker? What is that?
Yeah, I think he was just Spokane Joker. I think is what he went by. They have that Ultimate Warrior guy there
You're
too.
watching Arena Football.
Real quick, fellas, we talked about it.
Oh, the locker room, yes.
About what we look like, who we are, where we were going. All right, y'all showed that whole first half. All right, do not let up. Do not let up. Check your brother. Defend your brother. Do whatever you got to do to keep it on him. All right. We started fast. We talked about getting him down. We talked about keeping him down. All right. Do not let up, fellas. This is the fun part. We're in. You see how quiet this crowd is. Keep it quiet. Please keep it quiet. All right? But be smart.
That's
All
true.
right, get in that game,
You see how quiet this crowd is? Keep them quiet. Let's go.
Like I just said, I've never heard that building that quiet before.
Yeah.
Eric Garcia, opposed, good message, wants his guys.
Just a few weeks ago,
Let's see, Mass Pirates Nation piping in there. Yep, that's Sean Brackett right there.
and right now they
Back in 2015.
21 on the board. They're going to have a second half similar to the one that Las Vegas had. They want to get out, try to get a win.
Having Andrew playing at the end. Bad news. To Arizona.
You can cement yourself if you're a Vegas team with all the talent they have.
So Las Vegas Outlaws, another outlaw, cowboy, bandit.
Hey, we're all about our Cowboys in this league, apparently.
Apparently. So how many are there in AF1 now? There's Arizona, Billings. There was the Regulators.
Arizona's.
I mean, if you want to count
The Mavericks. We'll count the Mavericks, then Wilkes-Barre.
guys up north, ones that left last year. Probably drawing a blank on the CIF team.
Marshalls, Rapid St. Marshalls.
Marshalls, thank you. Marshalls.
Yeah.
Totally just blanking on that one.
Benson Neal. I forgot
Yep.
Neal on the team.
He was the owner. He was something else.
All right, I'm gonna post that screenshot.
He sang the
Vince
national
Neal.
anthem one point, and ooh, it was bad.
Oh, I bet he was
real bad.
nice and liquored up,
Oh yeah, very much so.
to say the least.
I think that was pretty much a permanent state. Whatever. From what I
Uh-huh.
heard.
Looks like he's back in rhythm. Gets him in stride.
Yeah, that's so quiet in Spokane. That's eerie.
Right. I missed the Spokane Shock. Spokane Shock. It's too bad they went dormant after 2021. Yeah, before you got here, we were talking about. It's like they got to figure it out. They got to bring them back. Like it's such a good brand, good town. Seemed like the city really rallied around them when they were there.
Well, and I hate to say, 'cause, you know, I've gone to many indoor football games, season tickets in multiple leagues, but they got to bring them back specifically in arena
Mhm.
because it's an arena town, and I
Right.
know the fans know the difference, and
So right back at a 14-point
it seemed like it dropped fast
Mhm.
once they started playing indoor ball.
Take a look at Tanner Barner. Everyone's in a zone.
I mean, they'll take what they'll get, you know, whatever they can get, they'll take, and I
Right.
appreciate that. But
Soft zone coverage. He was just by himself.
Follows his man around,
Mm.
which enables the quick, easy throw to Amos for the touchdown.
yeah, I was watching the wrong guy on that play.
Young plays it cleanly. Runs over Tanner.
Oh,
Barner.
fumble.
Rip his head off.
I heard that.
I tell you, I got the most respect for these return guys. I mean, to turn your back on 8 guys sprinting, trying to take your head off.
You got to be a certain
grab that
level of
ball.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, to grab that ball, turn around, and then run towards them. Like that's a whole different level of return game that, you know, guys aren't used to. Yeah, Sean Brackett's a baby there.
Going for the bomb.
Oh,
One play drive after one play drive. Vegas is cooking. Look at them go.
There was major confusion in the second.
41 yard.
Yeah,
41
what
yard
happened
pass.
there?
You know, I'd say it's no defense, but I know both these teams are loaded on defense.
Right. Yeah, they have the players for it.
Thinking he has the help. Look at Terrence Taylor.
Oh, he got. Oh, that's a. Look at the hit on Brackett.
Look at Terrence Taylor.
Oh.
Big hit.
Oh,
Ow. That's a crushing blow.
yeah, he's gonna feel that.
Oh, that's a lot of man to be landing on top of you like that. Good Lord.
I'd be like, somebody else come in here and hold the ball for me.
Yeah.
Just give me a
Like,
breather.
Tap out.
I wasn't really concerned with his toughness.
There you go, Ernesto.
He got the first touchdown
Man.
tonight, and here's
They've just been bomb after bomb after bomb.
Yeah, they're just letting it loose.
This is what you want to see, though. This is why you go to arena games to see this kind of game.
Right? Yeah. Let it fly. Let it go.
And if it wasn't for that ticker, I'd have no idea that the score was that far apart.
Right? Yeah.
Just from the feel of the game, like
That one pick six really busted it open.
like just the feel of it is a much closer game than what the score is showing.
Right, yeah. Oh, look at the Spokane coach. Immediately, he's like, get off the field. Get out. He's sick.
Easy touchdown for you. Did you guys see something in the coverage in the play before?
Jomo Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, every time they,
These teams were loaded. How they didn't have better records is honestly beyond me.
The two times I did have motion backside, the safety he didn't get over. You know what I'm saying? So
I do love the mid-game interviews like this too. Like I hope they bring that back next year. Like these are really, really interesting.
Jomo played 7 seasons and had 172 touchdowns.
That's
And
insane.
one season he had 5. So you take that season out.
Yeah. So that puts him at 6 seasons with 167.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it's just wild.
25 a year. 26, 27, somewhere around there. That's nuts.
Could not articulate that quite as nicely as Jomo did.
Hey, he's a grown man.
It's almost 7,500 yards. Like I said these teams were stacked. Like how they didn't do better is just beyond me.
Spokane down by 21 points. They are going to feel the pressure. They're going to have to get touchdowns on every possession and find a way to get an extra one.
We might see our guy throw 10 touchdowns tonight. If he keeps on pace.
At this rate,
Said Bonner wants to see it happen.
yeah.
He's got 5 total right now.
Hey, man.
I love seeing Said on the
That secondary.
calling plays for Billings last year. I hope we get him back in the commentary booth. He is so good at commentary in this game.
He is. I mean, we definitely need him in the booth if he's not coaching. I mean,
Right. Again.
oh,
What is
oh wow. Yeah, good
Does
pick on a game.
Yeah. Anybody want to play defense here? Like, what is happening?
You know what? I know you're trying to save a little bit in those 37-year-old legs. You cannot stop on the play.
Let's see.
Because the ball.
Yeah, what happened?
Lead him out. He had to stop and slow down.
Yeah,
Catch the
45-yard
ball.
pass. Jeez.
You're gonna watch him get beat on the double move, but don't stop.
Oh, he
Don't
just.
stop. Keep running.
Oh.
Wait for the ball. You
Just
might be
got-
able to script that out of
See,
it.
Tanner was
Oh,
Tanner
Moten.
comes in there at the end.
And I'm-
Somehow that guy would always find himself by the tackle.
that's what he's
Right.
gonna do.
He's a
He
magnet
was-
to the ball.
Yeah. Well, he was just a hustler. I mean, that play was nowhere near him, but he got there, as quickly as he could. He's the only one that got there.
Yeah. He's the only one who tried.
But that was how he played. You watch any of the old games, and he was always, by the time the guy got the ball, he was at that location,
Right inside, right there, and he takes
even if he
off
had to cross the field to do it.
But the ball turning him around. Him
He
Yeah,
almost-
he at least
almost
had
made
the
that happen.
opportunity. He had the opportunity to try to punch it out or strip it at like the 2.
But yeah, he was nowhere
that's
near
crazy.
the guy to cover him.
Hey, listen,
That was not his responsibility.
but you can't allow the quick, easy plays. Allow a guy that's
Yeah, good
struggling.
choice on games. Very good choice on games.
This is a happy accident. I promise. I was looking for 2 teams I haven't seen on turf tapes just yet, and we stumbled into an absolute gem where they're scoring 82 points with 25 minutes left in the game. This is nuts.
Saving the leg. I get it.
Speaking, I was watching one of your old turf tapes earlier, and you had the guys from Grand Rapids on,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like,
Shout
oh,
out
that's
World
kind
of
of funny.
Football.
You
Yeah.
got the Grand Rapids rampage. I'm sitting up here. I got the Iowa Rampage going on.
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, R.I.P. Iowa Rampage.
Oh man,
What could
I'm
have
telling
been?
you right now, they could have been too.
Right.
But the team they had,
Right. Yeah.
Jabari's always
they're
willing to walk
they're
the
one of the
line.
top seeds last year.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed they'd have been one of the top seeds if they'd been able to
Oh, that
hang
would
on
have
to
been
things.
There it is.
Yeah,
Throwing one of the
Because they were a brand new team, right? They didn't come over from CIF.
no, they were brand new.
They're brand new.
They were announced with the CIF teams, but they were brand new.
Mm, okay.
They were actually supposed to be, was it that AAF? I think is where the team was supposed to go. One of these other leagues
Mhm.
got purchased at the last minute and brought over to the AFL.
Mm. Yeah, because so they were in Council Bluffs, right?
Right.
So Council Bluffs, Omaha metro area. Like you were a little bit more in the know with that. Like what was the idea going into that? Because obviously Omaha Beef and Omaha have a long-standing
Right.
like tradition of being the team in that area. Was the goal to go head to head with Omaha, or was the goal to kind of be like a share of the city? Like what was the objective there?
Kind of just a more is better philosophy. It's kind of
Right.
what they're going for. Same thing, like Arizona's doing. The Bandits are doing with the Rattlers.
Right. Yeah.
Little competition is not a bad thing. It's kind of was the philosophy.
Right.
I know that coaches had a good relationship with each other, and even the owners actually did cooperated quite well together. I don't know how it would have played out. I mean, I know the Beef would have drawn more. I mean, they were
of course, yeah,
legendary winning teams, been there forever.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think the Rampage would have struggled.
It definitely would have been a long game of you're gonna have to see 3-4 years down the line the impact you're making.
Well, that's why I'm excited to see what's going to happen here with Arizona is, actual arena ball against an established team playing indoor ball with fans that were raised on arena ball.
Right.
Like, how's that actually going to play out?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. But I look at it from the more casual, common fan. Do they really, really know the difference? Like, it's like a person who, like, oh yeah, the Rattlers. Oh yeah, I remember them. Are they really going to know the difference? I don't think they would.
Arizona would, because they were an arena team for so long.
Right. Yeah.
Now they go to the games like, oh, what happened to the nets? I remember them being big nets that they kicked the ball off of before.
Yeah.
Just that alone, it's noticeable. With Iowa, it would have been a different story because you're talking an indoor team that has always been indoor, that's reign supreme versus at that point you need the style of game to win people over.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Little something in the crowd there.
Oh yeah, that's the goal line band. It's right there. Right above that yellow banner. They were ruthless.
Out of that, yeah.
They were absolutely ruthless. But yeah, your average person on the street doesn't know the difference.
Right, and that's the thing I'm worried about with Arizona, the Bandits. Like, obviously, it's a great market for the sport, but you're going up against 30 years of history. Whether like you could debate if it's competition, yes or no, but end of the day, it's football being played in an arena in the same city.
Right.
Tempe versus Glendale. You can get into that. Like the Phoenix metro area is just a massive area.
Right.
It can coexist, but I don't know if that's the market I would have chosen to try to compete with. Like of all the ones to do.
If it's playing out the way I think it is, I think it's I don't think it's going to matter because again, most people aren't me that are going to drive 3 hours to go to a game.
Fair, yeah.
With Glendale being so far the West, right? That I think it's the
Yeah,
West.
Northwest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, being so far over, and Tempe, where they're playing, being the exact opposite end of town. People don't like to cross over out there.
Yeah. Ooh, intentional grounding in the end zone.
Oh, you even got a safety.
Safety. Let's go.
You even got a safety in this game.
Just like that, they're back.
But no, I think they've got a chance to have a decent market.
They're building a hell of a team. They have a hell of a
Yeah, they
roster so far. So
Yeah,
they're doing everything the right way in terms of building it out.
and their social media presence has been incredible. I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw stuff they put out this week, but
yeah, those have been good. Those have been good.
oh man, social media team is killing it, and it's drawing out the other teams, which is even better.
That's what they need. Like they need that interaction. Like just like with the turf tapes, there's plenty of room for collaboration here. But between teams, between content creators, you just got to take the step to do it, right? So
Right. It's just it's you got to have fun with it. It's a fun game.
mhm,
You
yeah.
know, I always say that I hate going to teams and seeing their merch and it's just their logo on the center of a T-shirt.
Yeah, you can
Have
do better than
fun
that.
with this.
Yeah.
I have an old Tulsa Talons T-shirt. And it just says Tulsa Talons, like spray painted across the chest, and on the back it says "I like it against the wall."
That's pretty funny. That's pretty fun.
Like that's great. That's the kind of stuff
Yeah.
you need. Like the MILF stuff that was Salina did last year. He did the
Was it Man I Love Football?
Man I Love Football. Yeah,
That's funny.
like, you got to play with this stuff. I mean, you get goofy with it. You know, the Orlando is always known for their best days in Orlando was when they had the hot tub and women in bikinis and blow up dolls being bounced around the arena. When they were the anti-Disney in Orlando.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the
they
best days
were-
in Orlando.
Yeah.
Look for stop routes again.
Yeah, that was their whole gimmick back then. Was we're the anti-Disney.
Yeah.
You-
It
you
worked. It worked
Yeah.
for a long time.
They just can't be afraid to do things like that. And there's some great opportunities. You don't want to go too far, of course. Ooh, we almost had another safety.
Back-to-back safeties. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, Brian checking in here a little bit ago. Crazy how empty Spokane got over the years. They were the team in that city. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they come back, they kind of have to come back as arena ball. I think for those fans in that city, I think they know the difference, and
Mhm.
they have to have an owner that's willing to dig deep.
Is what else is at Spokane? Is Gonzaga based in
Yep.
Spokane?
And then I think Eastern Washington, I believe, is also out there.
Really? EW. Huh. God, they just don't like tackling.
No.
Yeah, Eastern Washington, not too far. Yeah, just outside of Spokane. Huh.
But it's a small town. I mean,
It's a good sports town.
it's perfect for something like this. I mean, we don't have to be in the LAs. We don't have to be in the.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should be in those massive cities. The way I think about it is like that's why I don't think we'll ever see the Chicago Rush. I doubt we'll see the Georgia Force in Atlanta at least.
I think we could see Chicago Rush in Rockford.
Yeah, but at that point you're not Chicago,
right? But I think that's what we'll end up seeing.
Yeah. So it's like in those bigger cities, you're fighting to be a little slice of the pie. But if you're in a city like Spokane, you are the pie.
Exactly.
You can be the thing there, right? So
Dodge City's a perfect example of that.
yeah.
It's a beautiful arena. Dodge City's arena is perfect for this game.
Mag right.
Yeah, Mass Pirates here. You aren't just competing with other arena teams, you're competing with entertainment in general. Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's part of the reason Sioux Falls Storm was encountering some issues this past offseason in the IFL. It's because the arena that housed the team, they were like, look, we make more money hosting 2 concerts a weekend rather than 1 football game. We're gonna do that. It's like,
yeah,
you're not
I
wrong.
still struggle
but
with that's like you're booking that much out there.
Yeah, in Sioux Falls. Yeah,
in the middle of summer when
Yeah.
arena's usage is at the lowest.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I totally buy that.
Yeah, I think in an interview, the arena manager who like books it was like, yeah, we'd rather have, or no, it wasn't the arena guy. It was the journalist who referred to it as like, yeah, they'd rather have some bro pop country act come through on a Friday night than Sioux Falls Storm.
Well, I mean, and that would make sense.
Right.
But
yeah.
Generally speaking, in the summers, arenas tend to sit pretty empty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the outdoor venues, the amphitheaters tend to get all the big concerts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know Kansas City, it's that way. Our arena, after like April, we get 2-3 events a month, but it dies off pretty quick in the summer months.
Well, I think that's why like the Arizona Rattlers were so successful, was because it's way too damn hot outside to be doing anything in the summer.
Right.
So they were like, "Hey, come inside the AC. Come in."
Back when the Cardinals played at Sun Devil Stadium and everybody's baked.
Yeah. And I think like the Green Bay Blizzard in the IFL last year, they front loaded a lot of their home games because it was pretty cold still in Wisconsin in March and April. So they were like, "Hey, get out of the cold. Come to this indoor." Yeah, so it's like the complete opposite of Arizona, right? So it's funny to see how teams kind of stack their schedules.
Well, and then you got I don't know if you've seen the Western Michigan schedule this year. They're starting their whole league. Their whole league starting weeks early because their Western Michigan's arena availability is so early. They don't have it when they wanted to do the season. So Western Michigan's getting all their games done front loaded, and then as you go on the road the rest of the season.
Is that the graphic that had like 9 bye weeks on it? Is that that Western Michigan? Yeah. That was tough.
So I mean, just it is what it is. These guys are trying to put together some sort of a season.
Right. Yeah.
So, good for them if they can.
Right. Hey, Justin, what's going on, man? Thanks for hopping in here. This week in arena ball, football. That's right. Sports. Love it. All right, fourth and goal here.
Justin, definitely get Wes on here. He's a good dude. I like him.
Ooh, jump ball. Oh, yeah. Jump ball to the 6'7" guy. Who'd have thought?
Exactly. That was a gimme. It is. We got Ari and said.
Yep. Ari Wolf, said Bonner calling it. It does not get better than this.
And he did go up and extend on that one.
Yeah, show the replay. Come on.
I mean, it felt like everybody in the building knew what was coming. You still can't stop it.
Ray Little sees it coming.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you can't.
What are you supposed to do there?
But a well-thrown ball to the edge. And that's how you got
perfect throw. He just went up and got it.
So do you remember Marcus Trufant played for the Seahawks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His brother Isaiah played in Spokane and then came and played for Kansas City.
Oh.
And the guy was 5'0", but hit like a ton of bricks. I mean, just leveled guys. And he got matched up against the receiver in Colorado. I'm totally drawing a blank on his name. Their stud receiver, Harrell. Yes, Harrell. He had to cover Harrell for the playoff game. He didn't stand a chance. Yeah, the guy could hit like crazy, but Harrell could out jump him on every pass. There's Ultimate Warrior.
There's Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, right there. There he is.
Harrell just out jumped him every pass. There was just nothing he could do to defend it.
John Brackett was in the end zone.
But if you got him in the open field, the guy would crush you. Absolutely crush you.
I mean, this was what, a 14-point game, 15-point game 3 minutes
20-point
ago.
game.
Yeah, 20-point game right before halftime, and look at that,
Yeah.
it's a 5-point game almost immediately. That's crazy.
Yeah, Isaiah was 5'7", 160.
And if they put
Just
160, that
like
means he
this.
was really 150. Let's
Oh,
not
yeah.
lie to ourselves. That's
And
the
for
reality.
5'7", he was 5'6" at the
Exactly.
best.
They put some lifts in his shoes to make him 5'7".
But no, I was in Nashville. Went to Nashville for a game, and he just leveled one of their receivers.
Oh.
And this fan next to me is talking smack like, your boy just got leveled by a 5'7", 100-0 defensive back. He is not. So look it up.
Yeah.
He's like, damn.
Yeah. He's a little bit dense.
Oh man, he crushed guys.
All right, let's see what Bracken can do here. Oh, he got crushed. Oh,
Wow.
no, it hit the ground.
Oh, that was a comeback right there.
Oh, Bracken got destroyed on that.
He's taking some hits.
Why have they gotten away from the quick screen game that made things easy for Bracken?
Because everything was working so well. And see, he's looking
67 again. He's the guy who crushed him on that deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
gets you on the ground.
Dang.
And Kevin Myers, you see, rips through it, continue, and just
Oof.
Oh, he is.
Oh.
with that explosion,
Look at him put his body weight behind it.
He's enjoying it a little too much,
He's,
I think.
he's airborne. Like, let's see if we can pinpoint when he's airborne.
Oh,
Look at
oh
right
man.
there. He is pile driving him into the turf. Oh, that's brutal. Oh,
I doubt Bracken even
Bracken's
remembers
life.
this game at this point.
Oh, no way.
Bring up third, 2 down territory. Team's got to feel like the protection's breaking down. You got to cut off that.
That's just
route.
it. He's winning.
Back to chance.
He's taking
Yeah.
his hits and he's winning.
He's getting lit up, and he's up by 5.
Oh, in a while. Might be a nice way to pick up the first down here with that pass rush coming.
He got almost 100 points in 3 quarters.
Bracken looking around, gets hit, scrambles, reaches it out. First down, Las Vegas.
Got the first. Wow.
They've sweated adventure.
You know, if you look around too, every one of those walls in Spokane is covered in some sort of sponsor.
Mhm.
Every space, the yard markers, everything they could use was sponsored.
By the Spokane Shock.
I always say that's how you can tell how successful a team is do they have any blank walls? Do they have anything that's not sponsored?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's just
Yep.
if they don't, it's just money. That's just a missed opportunity.
Well, yeah, people point to ticket sales, and it's kind of a double-edged sword. But if your team is surviving on ticket sales, you're not going to make it.
Right.
You know, you got to survive on sponsors. Ticket sales should
There's
be
more
your
to it than that.
Yeah, and, you know, that's why I look at Salina. Salina had 2 levels of ads all the way around the field.
Right.
Like, they've got a good thing going there.
And that's another example of you don't have to be in a massive city to be successful. You just got to make do with what you got.
Make do with what you got, and have committed owners who are willing to work year round. This isn't a
Right.
part-time.
Yeah.
It's not a part-time job.
Absolutely.
Seen it too many times, especially the indoor, some of these indoor leagues. Owners that come in that they're like, okay, we'll show up about 3 months before the season, try to get some sponsors, and it doesn't work. You know,
That's not how this works. Yeah.
you need to be year round marketing your team and filling those walls.
Oh, what a throw!
Oh,
Oh, that was too good of a throw.
oh, that was beautiful.
That was crazy. Well, if you're just joining, welcome to the Turf Tapes. We got Scott Burke from AF1 Fan Zone here. Got a pretty good game here between the Las Vegas Outlaws and the Spokane Shock from the 2015 season in Week 12. Feel like we got a little ways to go here, so strap in, buckle up. This game is far from over. Oh, that was in his
gorgeous
hands.
pass. What a gorgeous pass.
That was too good of a pass. Oh, Crazy. Well, the chat is open if you're watching on YouTube, watching on X, watching on Twitch. Chat is open. Feel free to share a comment, see something from the game, have a hot take about Las Vegas or Spokane. Let us have it. You want to compliment the throw that Brackett just made there, please do so as well. And no matter where you're watching from, if you're watching on X, like, repost, do all that stuff. YouTube, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. It helps out a ton. So really appreciate everyone hopping in here and joining in on the fun, watch some old arena.
I don't know if Brackett played before this season, but
you know what you're going to do. You're watching, you're paying attention during the
he was good.
Yeah, he's slinging it. Like he's just eating these hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19 years worth of information.
Yeah, this is his first season. Wow.
I don't know if he played anything prior, but
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's the first year in arena ball, and
John Brackett, the Columbia grad.
No turnovers, but did have
he had that good year in Washington too.
Yeah, not by definition. Warren Smith, a good night with 2 interceptions. One of them that was a pick six.
All in the first half, he's come alive.
MVP Breezy, let's go.
Yeah, these teams should not have been as bad as they were record wise.
Yeah, I'm watching like their their play isn't bad. Like some of the 3-win teams from last year in the AFL, it's like, ooh, they were rough. They were not good, but these guys are playing good ball. It just seems like being in the same division as San Jose and Arizona was not fun in 2015. Just not a good time.
Yeah, San Jose, Arizona, Philadelphia, Orlando. They just ran over everybody that year.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Nothing you can do.
It's funny that San Jose team, their offensive line that they won the Arena Bowl with, they all came from Kansas City. That was our offensive line we had here for the.
They just imported them.
Yeah. Well, we were long gone at that point, and they just all kind of re-met up in San Jose, and they were a good line. Yeah, San Jose or Kansas City, same kind of thing. We had all the talent in the world, couldn't get the wins.
Depends how much he likes the new kicker, and I'm not so sure if AG is that guy.
Yeah, that San Jose team is nasty.
How was going to those brigade and command games?
Brigade games were a lot better than command games.
Okay.
I think the owners. So the first year was amazing. First year the brigade was incredible. 15,000 people plus at every game.
Jeez.
Yeah, the place just absolutely rocked. It was. I started running the fan club out here in Kansas City, and we had a big party truck that we pulled out and had a big 8-foot grill, and we just cooked burgers and dogs for whoever came by, and a little donation bucket. Oh yeah, we had live. We brought out our own live band to play at the tailgates. I mean, it was a cool setup. And that was at the old Kemper Arena. And then they built the Sprint Center, moved us out there. It took a little bit of a hit because Kansas City's a tailgate town.
Right.
If you can't tailgate, I don't know that I want to bother with it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my time. Yeah.
So we moved from a big arena down outside of the downtown area, the big parking lots, to middle of downtown, nowhere to park, kind of thing. So that hurt, and then of course 2009, wiping everything out. Our owners were one of the main owners that kind of shut everything down in 2009.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, they brought those same guys back in 2011 to own the command, which it's funny. I remember talking to Jerry when they announced it. I said, Jerry, why are you bringing these guys back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
they're going to do things.
Ooh, interception. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Dodd Masters. Another one of those just dangerous guys to play against.
Oh, Brackett looks so good in the first half. Not so much in the second.
Right. Spokane's got a chance to come back here.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at that.
Even then, he's still looking good now. That should
Oh,
have been
that's the
caught.
receiver's fault. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
The two prior should have been caught. Like, these are not his fault.
Yeah, that's that, man. That's why like wide receivers should get credit for interceptions too. Like that shouldn't be on the quarterback. Quarterback hits you exactly where you needed it to be. That's crazy.
Just right place, right time for sure.
Yeah, he lucked out big time.
Oh.
We got it right back. Oh no.
This game's intense.
This is crazy. This is just a week 12 random season game.
Right? Wow.
What is happening? What?
He just, yeah,
What?
never got his hands fully on it.
He just never had control.
That's
It looked
wild.
like that's the first time he's ever held a football. That's crazy.
Wow, what a rough break.
Yeah, Mass Power Nation. The F was the quarterback doing? I don't know. It looked like here. Let's go back. Let's go
Was
back.
he trying to pitch it and just never quite?
Let's relish in his pain.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to lob it over.
He's
Never
trying to
really
do
got
a
a
quick
grip on it.
screen, but never gripped it.
Ah,
Oh, it looked like it was his first time sizing up in a football, but his hands were just too tiny for the next size up. That was crazy. Back-to-back plays.
that play was a full second ahead of him.
Jeez. God, this is
Wow.
stressful. Stressful game.
What a break.
Ooh, tossing
Ooh.
opposite of the motion. I like. Ooh, that's cool. Let's see
That's
that again.
right. So pull everybody off to one side.
Oh, yeah, but nobody on the defense bit.
No.
They still got in. Wow.
Huh.
Pure
Good
willpower.
run.
Look at them.
Good vision to get that, because that wasn't a big hole.
He just cut back. 44 should have had him.
And just squeezed through.
Had him dead to rights. He just, dang.
That was more questionable of a touchdown than the one they didn't give to him earlier.
Right? Yeah. I thought he was down there, but they ruled him down before. What are they doing?
Yeah. This honestly, this might be probably one of the most overlooked games of all time.
This is a really good game. We like I said it before, we really lucked out with this game. Like, this is a randomly selected. Hopefully it's good. I was looking for a game that had a full kickoff
broadcast.
to final whistle. Yeah, I didn't set this up. I didn't preview this. Like, I just picked it and we lucked out.
Yeah, this seriously might be one of the top games of all time here. He's just everything.
This is a fun game.
Had pick six, safety, lots of bombs. Well,
Bar
one-hitter
balls.
quitters, bar balls. Yeah, like this. I don't know what else you'd really want.
The bingo card is nearly blacked out at this point. Yeah. Crazy interceptions, fumbled snaps, blow up dolls in the stands. What more could you want?
Big boys running with the ball. Like,
6'2", 330-pound men catching the ball and running with it.
yeah, this has been good.
22 points in the third.
27.
The pendulum
For-
swung back dramatically.
Las Vegas scored 27 points in the second quarter. That's hard to do. Like,
Yeah, it's hard to get 4 possessions in the quarter, let alone score 4 times.
right? Yeah, especially now. I mean, you won't see a game like this with the way the game's currently being played. We were talking about that a little bit earlier with the indoor influence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Albany Salina game from the playoffs last year, that was at halftime it was like 42-42.
Salina
was
stepped
pretty
up
crazy.
big in that game. Like,
Yeah, they had
I'd
the
gone to-
chance to knock them off.
Mhm. I went to
They
most
had
of the Salina games, and I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be brutal. I thought they were walking into an absolute hornet's nest in Albany, but they punched him in the mouth, and they had him in the first half. Ooh,
Oh,
what a
look at that.
scramble!
Wow.
What?
I got quarterback runs for touchdown.
Yeah, quarterbacks 30, 35 yards quarterback scrambles. That was what we were missing. Now we have it all. Check every box.
Oh, wow.
This game is nuts.
I could probably watch this game on repeat. Like,
This game is so nuts. I'm taking notes of certain plays. I forgot to keep taking notes in the third quarter. Like, that's how just locked in I am.
the other thing too is if you look at the backs of these guys' helmets, they're kind of hard to see because they made them match the helmets.
Uh-huh.
Missed the kick.
Ooh.
Can't be missing those kicks
Come
when the
back
game's
and
this
get
close.
'em.
Yeah, you kind of see that bump in the back of their helmet. They had
Mhm.
these sensors. They're supposed to, if they had a hit that could trigger a concussion, it's supposed to, the light was on the back. It was supposed to change. And that was always fun. The guys line up to return a kick. And like, hey man, is that light supposed to be blinking red?
That doesn't look good. Yeah, blinking red light is never a good thing.
Anything you do to mess with those guys, it was fun.
The sport at its best is the best in the world. Absolutely. We just need people to need people to realize it, and teams to just not be dumb. Just commit to it and be fully invested.
Yeah, I say all the time, there's no such thing as a bad market. Only bad
Right.
owners.
Yeah,
A good owner could turn around the best market or the worst market. And vice versa. I mean, you look at Spokane's perfect example. Brady Nelson left Spokane. Things went down quickly.
Right. Yeah.
When they lost their main owner that was really pushing that team, things fell pretty quick.
Yeah. Right.
So it all comes down to ownership. I mean, sometimes things happen. There's nothing anybody can do about it. But
ooh,
a good move to juke Tanner like that's hard to do.
2 good moves.
Tanner's a tackle magnet, and for him to get around him like that was incredible.
Look at this. He jukes. What is this? 18. Ooh.
There's Varner. Wow.
Oh no, Tanner.
I gotta give Tanner some crap about that one.
Just send him that clip. Don't say anything. Just
Right?
that clip.
What is this?
What happened here?
Mark that for me. Actually, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, look at him go.
Oh wow.
Kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well,
Check
now
it.
the
Check it
bingo
out.
card's full.
Now it's full. I know I said that 2 times already, but now it's full. What is happening?
Wow. This is surreal. Like, this game is
6. This is a week 12 game between 3 and 7 teams, and we've got 110 points scored with 8 minutes left.
That's wild. Yeah, Mass Pirates Nation said it best. That this sport at its best is the best in the world. Like,
yeah,
I'll watch this over any NFL game. Like, I understand the NFL guys are bigger and faster and stronger, but this is more entertaining than any NFL game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think if the economics of arena football can improve in terms of like having this be actual players' full-time careers where they don't have to, do stuff outside of football to make a living and survive, like this could be a viable product. It's just the economics of it has to catch up.
Well, and it's perfect made for TV, for TV game.
Yeah.
Everything fits. I mean, it drives me nuts watching this, especially Canadian ball, because you can't see half the players on the field when they put them in the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't see what the defensive backs ever do in an NFL game until the ball's thrown.
Until it's way too late. Yeah.
This game, a lot of times you can still see him in frame.
He dropped the ball at the beginning too.
Yeah, he
Ooh.
did. Probably got to over pursue a little bit, but
Oh, that kicker had no chance.
no, he didn't. He was- Young had a great game. He had a
Gerald
great
Young.
game in this one. It's like,
Get hooked out of bounds and get it at the 20.
That would have been 1 point
That
in
helps
today's
the
game.
man.
yeah. Yeah,
He
so
just missed the
there's a
net
little bit of that
entirely?
risk reward.
Let this thing get hooked out of bounds and get it
Yep.
at the 20.
Yeah. Wow.
That's bad.
Oh yeah, there's your guys right there, leaning
Oh,
over,
yeah.
just barking at the bench right there.
Yep. Oh, constant. They're relentless.
Just barking at him.
That's really the first ball that he's mishit.
Yeah, that's a rare bad kick from Ernesto there.
Yeah, seriously. I asked Ernesto.
I'm
why he
exhausted,
wears-
honestly, watching this game.
this is crazy, right? This is crazy. When I had Ernesto on a few months ago, I asked him why he about the visor, and he said it's strategic so that the other team can't see where his eyes are, because on kickoffs, wherever the kicker's eyes are, that's where the ball's going. So you could do easier
Fair.
surprise on sides. I was like, dang, okay, I didn't even realize.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Ooh, nice catch.
so I'm like, it's not just an aesthetic choice. Like there's actual strategic intent behind it. It's not just to look cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea. Like every kicker should honestly have it, because that's what he also said in the interview. He's like, I tell my guys on the kickoff return team, stare at the kicker's eyes. Just stare at him. Where he's looking is where the ball is going.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Oh, I remember back in the late '80s, early '90s, the Oakland A's had Dave Stewart as a pitcher,
hmm
and he would take his hat and drop it real low, so that it shaded over his eyes, and he would
Right.
just stare down the batters. All he just sees these eyes just glaring at you. It was intimidating as hell. I think he's the greatest pitcher to never win a Cy Young.
Right.
He got like 4 or 5 years in a row with 20+ wins and never got a Cy Young.
That's crazy.
But yeah, intimidating, super intimidating. We're seeing all they always used to do is to take shots of him from behind the batter. Somebody.
This drives me nuts. I'm gonna go back and stand on my soapbox for a second. Why does he get to reset the play clock? 11
Could have to
seconds.
do
9. Why does he get a reset?
because the ball's not set.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Oh, so the ref's standing over it. Okay.
Mhm. The chains weren't in place.
Okay, that makes sense. I see that all the time where quarterbacks are begging for the reset. Half the time it's like, why? You ran out of time. Like,
Yeah,
be
yeah.
faster.
In that case, it was just the play wasn't ready.
That makes sense.
Clock was
Okay.
running, the play wasn't
Okay.
ready. I always see those conspiracy theories. Like, Patrick Mahomes did this. He got time put back on the clock. Like, yeah, but Chiefs do a lot of dirty things. That's not one of them.
Yeah, he gets the benefit of the doubt more times than not, for sure.
Living in Kansas City, not being a Kansas City fan,
Rough
it
couple
makes
years.
things
Huh?
interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I tell you all the time, it's like, yeah, they're ooh.
Big hit on
Now
the big man.
That's the downside of being that tall.
Yeah, you got people hunting for you.
But I tell you all the time out here that Kansas City's getting all the calls right now.
Oh yeah,
But it's
100%.
But Michael Jordan never got called for traveling either.
That's right.
It's not like he didn't
Ratings,
travel.
baby. Yep. Yeah.
Ratings and just your superstars, you let them get away with more. It's unfortunately just how it goes.
See this
What a tough game.
double screen. Tanner got held to hell. Letting the ref know about it too.
Yeah, the one that drives me nuts is, and they almost never call, is that when the linemen don't line up, the defensive linemen don't line up properly. There should be you shouldn't be able to see daylight between the defensive end and the tackle.
Right, the inside shoulder and outside shoulder thing. Yeah.
And man, it happens all the time when they line up way too wide, have a straight shot at the quarterback, and it never gets called.
Yeah.
I'm confused. He said it was their first. They have none left. Unless Spokane called it. Okay. Well, on the scoreboard, they show Las Vegas with 0 timeouts.
Yeah, but their ticker's showing too.
Yeah, what is going on here? Wow, look at this. San Jose 11-1, Philadelphia 10-1.
You'd never know with how these teams are playing.
Seriously, these do not look like 3 and 7 teams. What is happening?
Well, they have San Jose at 11-1. That is not accurate. They're undefeated.
All right, get him. Get him, Ari Wolf.
Arizona. Now,
Ari's not afraid to call it as it is.
We'll call him out. Yeah. Yeah, our graphic, that's wrong. Don't ignore that.
I always enjoyed Anthony and Ari together too. I think Anthony and Ari. Anthony Herron was just.
Oh, what?
Oh, beautiful.
That was
nice.
An ill-advised throw, but it worked out.
Yeah.
Off your back foot, throwing diagonally across the field. Oh, it's coming back.
Oh, man. Spokane can't cut a break. Like
they showed a
every time
graphic.
they get something right.
They showed a graphic 2 minutes ago. 10 penalties for 63 yards. Make it 11 penalties for 73. That's crazy.
But this play goes so many different directions. You can only hold up so that's great protection there. Great protection there.
Mike was
Lewis,
ruthless.
Lewis was getting held right there.
Yeah.
He sold it. He did what he
Little
needed
acting at the end just to make sure they saw.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he sold it all right.
Mike was ruthless though.
Oh, big man going across the middle, man.
Once
what can
again.
you do?
How
There's
many
nothing you can
touchdowns
do
did he
about it.
have in this game?
That's at least 3?
Three touchdowns,
At least
99
3?
yards in this game. Wow.
Nobody covered him, but he's able to stick it on the big man.
I saw Tanner was doing some bump and run. I wonder if that's how he got so open.
Oh, yeah. Tanner's not out jumping him.
You know, look, Tanner did a bump and run on Christian Wise actually. Yeah, I don't know what were you hoping would happen there.
Yeah. Well, he had somebody over the top.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he had number 7 there over the top, but didn't do much.
It's incredible. 81 didn't have a longer career.
Yeah, he probably could have come back and played indoors for a while, but he was bigger than this game ultimately.
Right. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Quite literally. He was too big for this game. It's almost it might be on that kick territory. Oh, kick it deep.
They got three timeouts, so.
Oh, there's a hold right in the middle of the field.
Oh, man. Wow.
What?
It's not even that it's sloppy play. It's just hard hits and
what is
bad bounces.
Wow, Spokane recovered it. Wow. And it's going to be a hold on Vegas. Wow, that's crazy.
6-point game.
Holding. Yep. Decline. Spokane ball. Wow.
That's incredible.
Adam checking in there. Truesdale went to the AAF and was a beast for the Salt Lake Stallions. Yes, sir.
He's fun to watch. Let's see how he was carrying it.
There's a clip on Tanner Varner.
Wow.
Right here. That's a great call.
In seemed like it was almost starting to come out before anybody got
Just saying what a great game he had.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we just complimented him.
Right there. He's the one who gets his hands on it. And
Wow.
makes the tackle.
Wow, what a great game.
Jeez, what a sport.
So now Spokane suddenly in the driver's seat. Down 6 with the football, less than 3 minutes to go. Nick Truesdale.
They were down by 20 with at the end of the first half.
It's been a tale of 2 halves here in Spokane.
That's what makes this game what it is, though.
Quick here. You get a breakaway. I mean, they haven't taken the lead. So take the lead. Let the fans erupt.
And here we go.
Lawrence Smith.
Oh, off the
Bar
bar.
ball. Oh, that could have got
Man,
real
that
interesting.
That could have gone real bad.
You can never do throw it off the rebound in. Never. Let's Hail Mary on the final play of the game.
Not falling away, you can't. Good coverage. Pressure by the guard.
Yeah,
Got
he
hit
can't do
again.
that. Can't do
He got
that.
hit again, though.
If those guys have been hustling to
I don't think he knew where he was when he let that ball go.
Probably not. No. He probably thought.
Have an out.
Was that Truesdale that he was throwing to?
Probably.
Might have been.
At this point, they would all be going
I
for his
would.
name.
I would. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
first down. And now the clock becomes a factor. And they can wind this thing down.
Clock's a factor, but not that much of a factor. You have 3 timeouts.
Well, Vegas has none.
Yeah, I say for Spokane, it's not a factor. Vegas, it is for sure.
Wait, why is it?
First and goal.
Why is it first and goal? He completed that?
I think they just completed that last pass. Yeah, didn't they?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Okay. Yeah. So first and goal, you have 3 timeouts. Opponent has 0. You're down by 6. This is interesting. This is interesting. You could take this thing all the way down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got full control.
Yeah, you have full control of this game right now.
So clock's gonna stop here. The 1 minute. That's technically the last time they'd have to stop.
Yeah. Spokane is 100% in control of this clock right now.
But this is also what I love about this game. 1 minute. Well, I guess if you're in the lead, so this wouldn't apply here, but
Yeah.
you know
You have to gain positive yardage.
yeah, gain positive yards, keep the clock moving.
Yes. I love that rule. It needs to be a thing universally.
It really does. I mean, because it does change everything at the end of some of these games.
Yeah. There was a couple IFL games last year that were instant classics, and then it hit 1 minute and they just kneeled on it. I was like,
It's over.
dang
Yeah.
it. If that positive yardage rule was in effect here, this could have gotten very interesting.
Now, if you want to say over 20 points, you can kneel on it, kill the clock.
That's fine.
All right.
Yep.
You know,
One possession game, nah. You got to gain at least a yard.
Mhm.
You got to gain something. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got to think they threw it to Truesdale here. You got to.
you have to. I mean,
Not yet, though. Not yet.
They know Las Vegas doesn't have a timeout. They want to ensure
Yep. Bleed the clock.
the clock doesn't have to stop because they're not in the lead.
Uh-huh.
That's one of those few weird times you want that to happen.
Yes. You burn it.
And that never happens in this league. And you can't leave any time left because Lacayo can kick a field goal from anywhere.
Also, Vegas has one played you how many times?
Mm-hmm.
4 times this game? Yeah, you can't leave them any time.
So left 22 seconds on the clock. It's what, second down?
I want to listen to this conversation.
Yeah.
17 seconds left. It's an easy chip shot from wherever they get. Wherever they get. Doesn't matter. I wouldn't say it's easy. We're going to win or lose the game. You and I are going to win. All right? Let's win the game. Let's go. Score. What the hell is easy?
I wouldn't say it's easy.
No, get the fuck off the mic.
We apologize for the.
You just dropped an F-bomb?
Moses running hot late in the game.
QB1 just dropped an F-bomb.
We're going to get down to 11 seconds. Rack left, no motion. QB forward.
They're gonna do it again. They're just gonna fall on the ball.
Let's go. Same thing. Rack left, no mo, QB sneak. I want it.
That's.
Burn it up. Burn the clock.
I guess it gives them 2 plays still.
Mag left, go! Time.
So you sneak right to get as much space on the left as you can.
12 seconds left.
This is a situation where the diehards in the arena are like, yes, this is awesome. But the common fan is like, just score. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, please just score.
It's. I always say, arena football is less football and more basketball in terms of strategy.
Right. Yeah.
Scoring on
Have it
every
last.
possession, no turnovers. Last possession.
Well, that front side might help. I mean, no matter what, slant. Let's go pylon 19.
And the one thing this strategy is
Pylon
allow
19.
Las Vegas to get some reps on defense. They should be fresh.
Acre left, C back.
Let's see.
50, pylon 9-2. We're going on 1. Hold on.
Pylon 9-2.
Acre, you're over here. Pylon over here.
So Wise is going to be on the backside. He's going to run the pylon or the hold route right at the goal line.
Acre left, C back, 50, pylon 9. Remember, work them.
And they're going to try to get the big fella
On 1-on-1.
on the fade. They're going to run.
Absolutely, you should. Fade it to the 6'7" guy. Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Go! Time.
Smith throws. Look,
Perfect.
Oh! The back end zone wall is dead. Any other part of the field, that play would have been live.
Damn. So back end zone was dead. Side end zone, that would have been alive.
They went off the guy anyway, so
Yeah.
it would have been dead regardless.
This is where the strategy starts to backfire a little bit, where it's like, all right, you're either going to win or lose this game right now.
Oh, man.
And how big is that missed extra point earlier?
You got to put it right at that opening of
I mean,
that puts a lot of pressure on
any
this next kid.
number of little miscues. I mean,
left himself up to a lot of second guessing by not creating up more opportunities down here. Look, I get the strategy, but if you only give yourself 2 chances instead of 4, and it comes back to haunt you.
I wouldn't have run the second down play into the.
how big was that safety earlier, too?
Yeah, huge. Huge. You hear what Bonner said? He said, I wouldn't have run that second QB sneak.
Yeah. I don't know that I would have either. That's
It's interesting. I'll give him that. It's an interesting choice.
I mean, I get the philosophy. I get the reasoning behind it.
I get it, yeah.
Really
Here
give
we go.
yourself
Here's the
2
game.
chances.
Oh, he missed his window.
Oh! Wow.
That was awesome. Oh,
Wow.
that was awesome. Oh no.
Oh, man.
That's a big time play.
Oh, that was awesome.
Big time play.
5-game losing streak snapped for the Las Vegas Outlaws.
Wow, what an ending.
And they have avenged their
Wow.
season loss. I mean, look, they made it harder than it had to be. This is a game they should have won going away, but found a
Oh,
way
man.
to get it done.
If he throws it now to his guy in the flat, he makes it.
Yeah. It's good
Oh.
good defensive coverage. I mean,
He jumped at the 5. He thought he was going to Superman his way in. Look at him. Oh, he got. Oh man.
oof.
Wow. And there's a hold on the back end too.
We've been here the last 2 home games. They've come all the way back from 3-score deficit.
Just like a
Wow. What an ending.
It's been tough. Just timely mistakes.
Oh.
I mean,
Stick to it.
you can't ask for any more than that.
No, that's a hell of an ending. That is an unbelievable way to end this.
Get over the hump in those close games.
What a turf tapes. What a game for the turf tapes.
Good call. Very good call.
Yeah, unbelievable. And well, Scott, thank you for joining. This was a ton of fun.
I appreciate it. It's all I can do this for hours. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again.
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to it.
Matt Spires Nation, that's crazy. Love it. Great time, gents. Hashtag sad shock. Absolutely. All of the above. All of the above. This is a crazy game. Scott, where can people follow AF1 Fan Zone on socials and website, YouTube, all that stuff?
Exactly. Just that, AF1 Fan Zone, af1fanzone.com for the website, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, AF1 Fan Zone, Facebook, same. We are Fan Zone Network, but I believe you search AF1 or AFL Fan Zone, it also comes up on YouTube as well if you find us there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, really appreciate you coming on here. We'll definitely have to do this again. It's going to be hard to top this game, but
that's a good one.
We'll have to see if we can find a decent one to follow.
I'd say the only one I'd say that I personally have seen would be Garcia's Arena Bowl.
Okay. Oh, the Sharks one.
The Sharks one.
Sharks one. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see if
that's a good
we
one.
can find that one. See if we can find that one on there. But everyone watching, really appreciate you tuning in, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, X, wherever you're watching from. Really appreciate that we've been getting a ton of interaction here, which has been awesome. So like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Don't just do it for Off the Wall and the Turf Tapes. Do it for AF1 Fan Zone as well. So yeah, we'll be back next time for another edition of the Turf Tapes. New episode of Off the Wall dropping on Thursday. Ray Filyaw is going to be the interview on Thursday. Oh, Ray Filyaw from the 2000s.
That's a guy. I love that guy. Love that guy.
I had a really, really fun chat with Ray Filyaw. So that's dropping on Thursday. It's going to be a really good one. So check that out. Everyone who's watching, really appreciate y'all. See you next time. Peace. Bye.
Well, this was fun, and every time we come to Spokane, you just don't